This is my frozen plantain, and this is the recipe I did with my ripe frozen plantain. If you want to see how I did it, keep on watching. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's get right into today's video. This is my frozen plantain straight from the freezer and into the pot. I added enough water, covered the pot and let it cook. These are all the ingredients I will be using for this recipe. My plantain is all cooked. I will go ahead to strain out the water, take the skin off all the plantains and put the plantains into the food processor. If you don't have a food processor, you could match it up or use a blender. Add in some cheese and went ahead to blend and mixed with my food processor. All done, easy peasy. And I went ahead to prepare other ingredients. Here I have one large tomato. To help my blender, I sliced it into 4 chunks and tossed them into the blender. I add my pepper, onion, some cumin seeds and went ahead to blend. After blending, I added the blended paste to my meat. I stir and let it simmer on low heat for about 2 minutes just to get the meat to marinate a bit. But if you've got the time, you can marinate your meat overnight or hours before you get cooking. After 2 minutes, I went ahead to cook the meat. I chopped half an onion, chop half red, green, and yellow bell peppers. I chopped some cherry tomatoes and I set aside. I picked a handful of parsley, chopped it up finely, and set aside in a mixing cup. And back to my plantain dough. I scoop it out of the food processor to a wide plate. The ripe plantain dough on its own will not hold or give me the firmness I need for this recipe. So I added some all-purpose flour to give the dough the firmness I needed to work with. And I went ahead to knead the dough very well till it was perfect and easy to work with. I greased the dough with a little olive oil, rubbed it all over the dough, cover and set aside for about 20 minutes. To mince the meat, I pick out all the meat from the pot and into the food processor they went. And I went ahead to mince them all. I cannot overemphasize how the food processor makes this process so fast and easy. Look at what I have here. Mouth-watering, tasty minced meat. And I saved the sauce for later. I used it as a dip for another recipe. Back to the chopped parsley. To prepare my garnishing cream, I'll add 3 tablespoons of this mayo to the chopped parsley. and about 2 tablespoons of this slightly loose mayo. And I went ahead to whip squeeze in about 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Just to help your curiosity, my lemon was already de-seeded, that's why I could squeeze in the juice directly without worrying about the seeds falling in. And I went ahead to whisk and whip till I got everything well mixed and incorporated together. And this is what I got: a finely loose aromatic cream. And back to our dough that's been resting for about 20 minutes. I'll go ahead to cut and roll the dough into little balls. My pans are greased with some olive oil already, so I went ahead to cut and roll the dough into little balls. And I repeated the process till I was done with the entire dough. On a board covered with parchment paper dusted with flour, I placed a rolled dough and placed another parchment paper on top of the dough and used a bottle to roll and flatten out the dough. I'm yet to get a roller pin, so I had to improvise by using a bottle. The most important thing is to get the job done, which I did. I rolled and flattened out the dough till I was satisfied with the thickness I got. I took out the parchment paper, cut out the dough in circle with a shape mold, and removed the excess from the sides. If you don't have a mold yet, I've got you covered. You can achieve same results by using a round plate to cut out your dough. And I went over this entire process with the dough repeatedly till I was done rolling, flattening, and cutting out the entire dough. I drizzled some olive oil on my pan, then add in the cut out dough and let it fry till it's golden brown. And I flipped to the other side to achieve the same result. And I went ahead to flip again and again, and when I was satisfied with the outcome, I took it out of the pan and set aside. And I repeated this process till I was done frying the entire cut out dough. All done! Check out my ripe plantain tortilla. It is flexible and can bend to any shape without breaking. It is garnishing time. I folded in my ripe plantain tortilla on top of a heated pan, add in some cheese, some minced meat, some chopped onions, some red, green, and yellow bell peppers. Added in some mold cheese, fold it back and press it down to help the cheese melt in and hold everything together. I flipped it to the other side and repeated the process. When it was nice and ready, I took it out and set aside. The first one was kind of messy because I was very generous with the fillings. So for the next one, I reduced the fillings and it was less messy and it came out well structured and more appealing to the eyes than the first one. I repeated the process till I was done with all my ripe plantain tortillas. Just take a look at this mouth-watering deliciousness. I'm not even done yet and I'm salivating already. And the final garnishing was the aromatic cream I whipped earlier. I coated each of my ripe plantain tortilla with the aromatic cream I whipped earlier. This was a recipe I just thought of in my head. I was like, I can make something like a tortilla or a pancake with those ripe plantains. And I decided to try it out and it came out great. It came out delicious. I enjoyed every bit of it. You should go ahead and try out this recipe. You would love it. If you've watched up to this point, leave a comment in the comment section, like and subscribe to my channel if you're yet to do so, and I'll see you in my next one. Till then, keep winning and living your best life.